Hey, this is Bree and Ashley with Stevens Real Estate at EXP.
You are listening to Hudson Valley Homegrown, where we talk all things real estate, growth mindset,
Women in business, entrepreneurship,
all in the Hudson Valley. So,
and good vibes all the time.
hope you enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome to Hudson Valley Homegrown. You're here with Ashley and Brianna from Stevens Real Estate EXP. And today we're talking about
all things teamwork, trends driving growth in the industry. If you're thinking of becoming a realtor, what it's like to be a part of a team, and what are some of the things we're doing in our day-to-day to grow our business in the industry. So yeah,
Fun.
Excited to dive into it. And
Yep.
I feel like a lot of people listening are, maybe following us along because you want to get into real estate, you're curious. So, we're going to just kind of go over all the things, what it's like being a part of a team and how we think that we've kind of managed to grow our business in such a short time. And also things are always changing. Every day there's something new to learn. So especially with technology, there's a lot that goes into that. So yeah, I guess we can start talking about like what it's like being a part of a team. And I know a lot of agents think that they want to start out as a solo agent because a lot of people get into real estate to make money. They think if they're solo, they don't have to pay split broker fees or whatever, they're going to make more money. So I think a lot of people get into it like that, but
not realizing like how much goes into it and that you really need a team behind you to support you.
Yeah. So, I think let's just talk about some things that have helped us being a part of a team.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Mainly support, especially for the back end. Like I couldn't have imagined getting started without, follow-up
What
boss.
is a contract?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think once you get into real estate, it's like you start uncovering more things.
More and more.
Yeah. So you start off with like, clients and then the offer and then whatever, moving forward from there. But I think the biggest part of having the team is having that support behind you, and not only getting you to grow your business, but support you even further in your clients.
Yeah. And I think honestly, like being a part of a team, and I've always been an athlete. I've always been involved in sports. So I love like the team mentality. I love working with people. And I think a lot of the people on our team have, they love connecting with people. We come from a place of like growth and collaboration. I think basically from the top down, like we're all contributing on every different level.
Correct.
And it's super helpful to have people that you can bounce things off of, run things by, get a second opinion.
Right.
Just like vent if you need to.
And you're not operating on your own. And I think the great thing about our team is that, Lindsay and Bruce do such a great job of identifying everybody's strong points and then leaning into that. So, maybe you're not so great with technology, but you have somebody that does IT or, things like that.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. And I think me starting real estate, I expected to hate everybody that I worked with because it's just like, that's how it is. Like, I feel like in
and you
sales,
think competition, like their competition.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like sales and like any job that's commission based is always like super cutthroat and like everyone's just like assholes.
Right.
And like for real, like there's a lot of people we work with that are not kind, but I think joining our team and creating that environment where people don't feel that way and don't feel the need to be threatened by other people on our team, we're able to really like fully like lean on each other and put our trust into the people on our team and know that like, hey, if I pass off someone to you or if you help me do this, like it's coming back tenfold. And I think that's super important to growing your business because you can't do everything alone. And that's like, I think the biggest thing that's, that people should realize in real estate is like, you do so much, you play so many different roles and you wear so many different hats. It's like, how can you do that as a solo agent? Right. Like, unless you're like a well-oiled machine, Nazi, like whatever. Right. Like it's impossible.
And not even so much like any team. We've had so many agents come from other teams join, other agencies thinking they're going to get that support and they've been in business for a year. They don't even have one sale. And they're literally given like a desk and sent off on their own. So with Stevens Real Estate, we have like a several week onboarding process where you get to learn all the back end. You get your email address, your phone number, your Google page, and Lindsay and Bruce really set you up for success.
I think like, and
all the marketing, business cards, like,
Totally. Like we'll dive into like all that stuff, but I feel like the biggest part is being a part of a brokerage that's like new and
fresh,
able to like look at the industry with a different mind. Like there's a lot of brokerage out there and, you know, a lot of people, they're just stale. Like, you know, and we're fun and we like to have a good time. Like doing what we do is stressful. So I think like being able to adapt and like, those are our clienteles. Like for example, at our meeting we just had, we're partnered with Zillow and Zillow is putting in so much research and, you know, doing all the analytics behind like, who is the ideal home buyer now and who are they and what do they like to them. And it's important to have those trends and be aware of that to know who your clientele is and know how you need to mold yourself to be as a brokerage, right? So that you can grow.
Because you need to service what's important to them.
Yeah.
And whether that's communication or, you know, getting down in the trenches with them to find the house that they like, it's really important to, you're right.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, for me, I would have never been where I am without a team 1000%. If you have I think being an agent, like you have to have a team mindset. Ultimately, not even because just to grow your business, but you have to have a team mindset because you're working with so many people during the transaction. It's like, if you don't have that team player mentality,
right,
you are literally you're not going to get anywhere because no one's going to like you. Your clients aren't going to want to work with you. You're not going to be able to get deals done because you're not like working with other people. So
let's break that down even more for people that don't understand the process, you know, first time home buyers. So when you're entering into a transaction, it's not just you and the seller. It's the other agent. It's the inspector. It's the appraiser. It's the lender. You know, it's a town if you need to dive deeper and get them involved, the municipality. So it is, you know, and the agent acts as liaison between all the parties to make sure you get to the closing table. And as a newer agent or a seasoned agent, you know, it's good to have that support to help you get there.
Like, who are you even, like, how... I just can't even imagine. Like, I mean, well,
because you have multiple clients and you're juggling, like so many different parts of the deal.
I can't imagine being a solo agent, like ever.
No. And then also as a listing agent too, like we have a team of 33 agents. So that off the bat is like, you know, you're getting that exposure when you come with Stevens Real Estate is you're getting the 33 agents in our office, EXP, which is nationwide, which is, you know, another...
I think there's so many selling points to being on a team now in this market. It's like, even especially with the market being so tight and we're driving the business a lot with off-market opportunities for our buyers and sellers, which is amazing. And you're just like, hey, look, like I'm going to do what I can to market it to the 30 people that we have on our team. And like chances are like we can probably sell it in-house. And if you want to go that route, like amazing. And then people hear that and they're like, wow, like maybe you know, that's like, it's pretty cool. And it's nice that you always have opportunities for your buyers and your sellers. Having other people in the team that like...
Because your clients can lean on that support as well.
Yeah. So leaning on people, right? Okay, let's talk about like getting rid of maybe that individual mindset where a lot of people are stuck like thinking that they know everything. They're the ones that are going to get them to where they need to be. Like I think a lot of people now, especially we've Google, we have like all the things at our fingertips, I think. And I was just having this conversation about like clients, but agents also feel like they know everything. And they know best.
And that goes for whether it's real estate or life. Like even if you're standing still, like you're naturally falling backwards because everything is continuously moving forward. So, and I think being on a team again, whether not just any team, but Stevens Real Estate with that growth mindset, you're constantly being pushed. And you're growing. I mean, I know for myself, I've been super uncomfortable and I've sometimes fought it every single part of the way, but
still a little bit.
But then when you look back, you're like, wow, I would have never stretched myself beyond my current point because I didn't think I could. And you have a team of individuals that believe in you when maybe you don't believe in yourself. So and it's fun. Like we make it so much fun too.
And I feel like that's why we're here. That's why we started the podcast. Like we met like through the team and we just like have such a good time, you know, doing all the things that we do because our life is pretty crazy, like being in real estate. So I think it keeps it fun. And, you know, getting rid of that mindset is only going to help you move forward. It's like, you are not the only one. You are not the one. It's like the saying, it's like, you need to surround yourself with bigger people. Like you shouldn't be like the smartest person in the room. And like those people are the smartest people in the room, according to them. And you're not going to get anywhere with that mindset. So I think the biggest key is like, you need to drop that mindset and then come from a place of like growth and contribution. And that's ultimately how you'll grow. And I think that we like piggybacking, I guess, into like recruitment is like, I feel like we naturally kind of just have people gravitate towards our team. Like we're not like salesy and annoying with like recruiting because like, ew, but a lot of people just see us on social media. They like see our vibe. They can feel us out and they're like, I want to be a part of it. Like I see what you guys are doing. Like I want to be there with you. So I think it's been
a lifestyle.
Cool. It's a lifestyle.
It's not just business. It literally translates into everything
we
else.
Need to make that like a hashtag.
It's a lifestyle.
Help us. We got, comment below hashtag recommendations, but like something about like real estate being a lifestyle. Yeah. It's so true.
Lifestyle vibes.
Yeah. So let's talk about maybe some trends that are driving growth in our industry, like being a realtor, being, buying or selling houses. What are some trends that you see driving growth in your business and also like for our clients?
Well, I think, number one, we exist under the umbrella of New York City. So the millennials are the largest buying group and they're at the age now where they're looking to settle down, maybe move out of the city, come up here towards more of country. And I think that is great. So no matter what happens in the world and the market crashing, like we're in our own little hub. We were having this conversation yesterday with the Hudson Valley, being able to offer numerous different towns. So whether it's Catskill, Saugerties, New Paltz, Highland, like
there's so many different places that we cover.
And options so that when you're leaving the city, you're within that hour and a half travel time back and forth. That being said, there isn't a lot of inventory out there. So we are still seeing things go into multiple offer situation. You have to be quick, you have to be prepared, and you need to be with an expert agent that knows what they're doing. So I think that's important because there's a lot of chatter in the news. And it's important to speak to somebody that's a professional in the industry in the day-to-day and sees what the trends.
And we use like really, I mean, a lot of our clients that need to see something super fast and can't get here, like we will FaceTime, we will do a Google Meet, we will do a Zoom, like we will do any of those virtual tours.
Or if we're not available, have somebody on our team show you because, if there's a highest and best deadline.
Yeah. So I think that, our team really definitely leans into like trends and technology, even though a lot of us like don't like it, but we do stay ahead of that.
And again, you have the advantage because that translates not only to us, but it translates over to our clients because having the utmost cutting edge technology, like you've got your foot in the door ahead of the game.
Oh, totally. And I feel like we do a lot of stuff on the back end, like techie wise to, promote our listings, get leads like through there. So there's a lot of stuff happening on the back end that, we're able to stay in front of our clients. We're able to stay in front of new clients and just always have opportunities for us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. My favorite thing is YLOBO.
Yeah.
Being able to just enter your search criteria and have
So some agents probably don't know about that.
They don't. I know.
So what is YLOBO?
So instead of like meeting a client being like, okay, now I have to search for all the 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes in New Paltz under 400,000 and send it directly to the client, YLOBO allows you to punch in the search criteria and it's a continuous search. So as soon as the property hits the MLS and you can set it up, you can set it to send out to your clients instantly. I do everything on daily, so they get one email a day, and it just lets the technology do the work.
Set it and forget it. Well, don't forget it, but
set it and forget it. But also, the clients have the advantage because they're getting, they're not having to look. What if they miss something? Like it's literally getting sent to them. Don't ever forget that.
So having a CRM is key to being, trying the best to stay in front of your clients. It's really difficult, when we're pulled in so many different directions, but having a CRM to manage your clients,
it's like one
key.
Central location.
There's a lot of agents that I know that like straight up just use their phone. And I'm like, how, like,
no.
Like
and you do everything. You contact, you call, you put notes.
I have 386 messages.
It's crazy.
As of Wednesday at noon. But like, how do people do that? You know what I mean? It's like you need to have good
you need
software
to be organized.
Behind you.
Yeah. In order to grow. Otherwise you're going to just, like you said, be a one-man show running in a million different directions.
Yeah.
So, and you can tag notes, you can tag properties.
It's super helpful. And if you're unorganized as it is, like having systems in place to keep you better organized is only going to make you more productive, be able to do more volume and keep track of your stuff.
And we have somebody in our office that focuses solely on that. So you have a team of individuals that are setting you up for success.
Yeah.
Basically.
Totally. And I think being a part of our team, like, and we're expanding so rapidly, we have someone that manages our files, which is super awesome for a lot of us.
Yeah. We have a transaction coordinator.
We have a transaction coordinator in-house, and she does all of our paperwork. We also have partnerships with lenders and attorneys. So we're able to, kind of bounce stuff off of them and their network of people, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And then I guess let's dive into social media, because social media is huge nowadays. And I think if anything, that's the biggest trend driving growth in the industry. Also, it's free.
Yeah.
If anything you do and put out on social media is getting such a broader reach that more people are seeing your stuff, more people are aware, and it's just going to only bring
fuel your business.
Correct. Yeah. So
we have the exposure because obviously our team leader has a large following. She's also pushing us to market ourselves constantly. We have a studio set up in the office so we can easily record. And then again, you have a team of 33 agents that are videotaping,
constantly putting out content. Yeah, for sure. So,
and that goes, locally for Stevens Real Estate, but then also with EXP, again, that gets broadcasted out even further, which is nice.
Yeah. Social media is huge. And I think a lot of people, and I guess it depends. And I always say this, like I have some like newer agents that I was talking to, and it's like, I feel like focus on what makes you the most. How do I say this? Like, what is going to give you the most return, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're posting social media daily and you're getting people messaging you, reaching out from social media, like focus on that and do it. Like if you're posting daily to just post and like no one's like liking or messaging or commenting,
then
it's
what's
like
the point?
Why would you waste your time?
Right.
But it is nice to at least like have some type of presence. But I think in our office, a lot of stuff we do is on video. We shoot a lot of video. We send videos to our clients.
Right.
We're constantly just evolving, and like that video goes a long way,
right?
Especially to our clients and other agents. And it's just the way that people are doing things now. And I think having that available and being a part of a team that pushes that so much.
Right. And stays on the cutting edge of all of it, basically. I don't know how anybody could keep up without it.
It's a lot. So I think doing, obviously as a realtor, we're doing all the things. So trying to have like the right systems in place to keep things organized, being active on social media, having at least some type of presence so that you're connecting with your past clients, your sphere, and people just seeing you on a daily basis is going to help you grow. Having these partnerships that we have, and also being a team player is like going into building these partnerships. Like I love networking. People don't, but if you want to work with people and you want to have a team mindset, you want to be successful, you have to
network.
You have to network in some capacity. Like you have to meet people, and you have to be like,
can't be a secret agent.
You can't be a secret agent. Yep. I know. And it's easy to do that because I think a lot of people are lacking the confidence to like let people know they do real estate. Like even for me, like sometimes I'm like, I don't say shit. And like someone will be like, why didn't you say you're a realtor? I'm like, I don't know. Like, don't they know? Like, but it's hard. So I think utilizing like all those different things, and eventually you do it for long enough, and you keep kind of working with whatever's going to bring you the most business, using technology, using these trends, using your team to lean on, like using all these things is going to ultimately.
What do you think is like the biggest trend driving the growth in the industry?
I think some of the biggest trends, like we talked about social media, but I think a lot of people are underutilizing these other platforms, and myself included. Like, I think that if you're going to do social media and you're going to do it well, you have to be on YouTube, you have to be on TikTok, Instagram, all of the things. And shout out to the people that do this podcast for us, because they manage social media profiles, and it's definitely helpful to have someone that's knowledgeable, and you can only do so much. Like you need to have a call to action. You need like all these different things. It's not as easy as everyone makes it seem like,
right? Because
now it is so saturated. Everyone's doing social media. So like you really do have to have a strategy behind it. So, I mean, I think the biggest trend is always for me, always having your face out there, especially on social media. I get a lot of my clients from social media. So for me, it makes sense to post it, even though people, might get annoyed. But all over, our reach can go anywhere. And because we're with EXP, which is super cool. And if you're looking to join a brokerage that is worldwide, like EXP is super cool. We literally have referral partners everywhere. So even not like this has ever happened to me, because I feel like most of my following is like pretty localized, but someone reached out and they need to sell like anywhere in the United States. Like we have agents that we can refer to that we are like confident that they know what they're doing, because EXP does pour into their team. They invest in the education and the training and all that stuff. So I think, the biggest trend is video and social media, but video
and organic video
in particular, because that's how people are learning now. That's how people are educating themselves. Like no one wants to read. They don't have a long attention span.
Right.
Like doing video is the most important thing that you can do to grow your business or to do any business.
Now, would you say 100% business, or would you sprinkle a little personal in there too with the social media?
Yeah, you definitely have to and someone actually sent me, it was funny. Someone sent me a reel from Gary V. Like, I don't know my thoughts on him, whatever. He's whatever. But it was basically saying like, if you're a realtor, like you need to be the mayor of your town. Like no one wants to hear like just sold, just listed, open house. Like that shit's boring. And it is. And I have a hard time sprinkling in personal too, because, I think what it is really for people is when you're doing a social media and you're putting yourself out there, you don't want people to judge you. I think that's the hardest part.
I'm the worst with it. I'm the worst.
And you feel the same way. So it's like, how do I like put myself out there like truly as me, but also like make it so that for me, I'm like, I don't want to offend anyone because people are sensitive. B, like, how do I like still incorporate that somewhat into my business? So it's hard to do, but like you have to definitely sprinkle in.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? It's like, okay, like maybe make a list. Like what are some of your hobbies?
Right.
Okay. Like try and talk about that. Like,
well, when you're as an agent or anything else, like you're attracting your tribe. So you want to work with people. And I think Steph is great with identifying her avatar
We all need
client.
to be better at that for sure.
We do. Yeah. Because you want to work with people that are like-minded, that, you'll vibe together, because it's a big process. It's a long process.
And it's like, and really like the biggest part of our business, it's a relationship business. If you are working with people that are your people, they are going to bring you to other people that are also going to be your people.
Right.
So I think like, and that can be a goal for like us and for you guys as listeners, like tap into like, who is your ideal client? Who are your people? What do you like to do? And like, try and like grow from there. And I think us doing this podcast is super awesome because we're doing things that we like to do in real estate. So it's making it fun. It's keeping it fresh and exciting. And we're getting in front of more people with putting ourselves out there. Yeah. Which ultimately is going to grow your business. Right. So
that's a wrap.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love talking about all things like team building, real estate. If you're looking to be a part of an awesome team, reach out. We would love to have you on board. Just even attending some of our meetings. We do a lot of stuff on Zoom now, so it's super cool. You can always get locked in no matter where you are. Right. Make sure to follow us on social media, at Brie Bartletta and
at Ashley HVNY.
Woo! And we can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to Hudson Valley Homegrown. If you like what you heard, please don't forget to follow us. You can find us at Ashley at HVNY.
And Brie Bartletta. And if you need any help buying or selling or know anyone that does, if you're a real estate agent looking to get in the industry, we have partners worldwide. And we are so looking forward to getting this podcast out there and meeting more like-minded individuals. Hope you have a great day.
Good vibes only.